Yo, appreciate you guys for subscribing and following us and leaving the comments on the comment box. Do me a quick favor if you haven't, click subscribe. Big Soul Podcast everywhere, Spotify, YouTube. Holla at us. Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to the Big Soul Podcast. I go by the name of Berto.
Your boy Beats on the beat.
Oh man, today podcast we're gonna be chopping it up. We're gonna be talking about if you guys haven't heard, Joe Biden just announced his vice president pick, and he ended up picking Kamala Harris. What do you think about that pick, Beast?
I'm not a big politic guy, man. I don't really care. I mean, it's gonna be exciting for the people, but it's actually weird for me because like just a year ago she was running for president, so it's like now you're running for vice president. So it's like, what's your real agenda? You know what I'm saying? But I know she's for the people, and it's gonna excite a lot more people to go vote. I just need to know the agenda. Like I told you, it's the lesser of two evils, either Joe Biden or Trump.
Yeah,
And I need that nigga Trump out. So
I mean,
whatever Joe Biden gotta do.
I mean, personally, I think that the Democrats just playing with us. They're not taking as far as black people serious. Um, because they already know black people. Black people is only going to think one thing: is who do you rather have, Joe Biden or Trump? So at the end of the day, it's like like you said, the less of two evils. I mean, the question is, I mean, was that a right VP pick? I mean, I guess if I was running for president, I would have never picked her just because of her record. As far as when she was in um, the DA in Oakland, how she pretty much put a lot of like 50 over the 1,500 people in prison for or in jail for for weed charges and stuff or petty charges. And there's a lot of stuff going on with her. How before she was running for president, like this year, I mean last year, she never claimed that she was black. Every time they ask her, "Oh, I am Native American. I have Asian in me. I have." Now all of a sudden, as soon as she's running for president, oh, I go to HBC's school. Um, I go to Howard University. I mean, I graduated from Howard University. Oh yeah. By the way, I am black. My father's Jamaican, so that makes me black.
Jamaican.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I just feel like it's she just so fake about it. I mean, again, me personally, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't choose her for my VP. Um, but it again, I mean, that's these Democrats, and of course, a lot of black people are gonna fall for it.
But hey, to give her credit, she did been saying that she was Jamaican because I remember like a year ago, like I said, when she was running for president, when she said she was running for president, she went to the Breakfast Club
Mhm.
and she was talking about all the Jamaican dish that she can make and shit like that. So
No, no, no,
I
no.
mean,
I'm not saying she didn't. She. If you look at her previous interviews, like I'm talking about, like
oh
10
yeah,
years
when she
ago,
talked about she's
she never claimed that
Asian,
she
yeah.
was Jamaican.
I
Like
mean, yeah. Like
she
I
just
said,
started doing
times
when
are
she was running for
changing,
president.
right? But I think now it's like set in stone because like a lot of people were trying to see what Joe Biden was trying to do and
Mhm.
who he was going to pick as VP. But it's like, okay, now we know. All right, so what's the agenda? How we're going to move forward? Like I said, there's a lot of people that's like borderline. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of they said a lot of men that picked Trump last year because they didn't want a Hillary. Like
Yeah,
they're back at the same line trying to figure out if they want to vote for Trump or they should vote for Biden. And a
yeah,
lot of people don't even like Biden. You know what I'm saying? A
yeah.
lot of black people don't even like Biden. So it's like, okay,
I
is
mean, I feel, yeah,
Kamala gonna be able to pick up the slack? You know what I'm saying? Because like the vice presidents are usually like like they
yeah.
like they can make money, they can bring money to the campaign and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to see how she's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Besides the women support, because of course you're gonna have women behind you, but how you gonna get the black men, especially the ones that was borderline last election?
I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like a lot of people don't like Biden, Joe Biden, but Joe Biden is one of the dudes like because he hang out with a lot of black people who think like he's cool, like he was a black man. He was a you know Obama's homeboy, so everybody give him like a lot of street credit or whatever you want to call it. As far as I think maybe the reason why he chose Kamala Harris to be his VP is because he assumed that she could get the black votes. And she's a woman, so she could get the woman to vote from white or black women to vote for him. As far as a black man, it's iffy on that because if you look at it, and if you go online, a lot of black men do not like Kamala Harris. Just her history, especially the whole Oscar Grant situation when she was the DA for that. If people don't know the Oscar Grant situation, how basically an unarmed black man was shot by police, and she basically let the cop go, and they even charged the cop when she had the evidence, and it was on live, camera. She had the evidence to charge him, but she refused not to. But that's another topic for another day. I'll let people research that. And as far as she basically put a lot of black people in jail for weed. And everybody that goes to California, especially LA, California is one of the states that they make millions, if not billions of dollars off of weed alone. So the fact that you put in black people in jail for petty charges, that's crazy. Even though she did it back in the day, but that's amazing, crazy to me. Then she went on a Breakfast Club talking about, well, I did smoke weed when she was running for president, trying to make it seem like she's cool and stuff. But okay, you smoke weed, but you put black people in prison for in jail for weed. Okay, but that don't make sense at all to me. But at the end of the day, and she's married to a white husband, so hopefully, Joe Biden probably looking like Joe Biden. Joe Biden's probably thinking maybe she could bring the white older men to vote for him and get the vote also.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you feel confident in Biden, the fact that he picked Kamala Harris? It seems like you have more questions than.
I just think, to be honest, I looked at it. Joe Biden was in it was a win-lose situation. Because if he didn't pick a black woman, because he should have never said he was going to pick a color woman to be his vice president. You remember in the beginning. So everybody's like, okay, you got to pick a no, I think he said, excuse me, he said he's going to pick a woman to be his running mate. So people assumed that it was going to be a black woman to be his running mate or a woman of color. So I think he made a mistake on that by saying that. He should have just kept his mouth closed by saying he wouldn't, he should have kept his mouth closed by saying he was going to pick a woman to be his vice president. I feel like a vice president, he should be like, you see how him and Obama had a great relationship. To this day, if they had beef, you wouldn't even know because nothing ever came out between both of them. So that lets you know they had a great relationship. And when you see them on TV, they get along. To this day, they still get along. I just feel like it had a click. At the end of the day, I don't. Am I more confident of Joe Biden today than I was yesterday? I don't know, man. It's one of those things, like you said. It's between Trump or Joe Biden. Now, granted, Joe Biden ain't no Hillary Clinton, and you know how I feel about her. So, as bad as Joe Biden is, I don't think he's Hillary Clinton at that level. But I don't know. It's just, and then people, and I hear people say, well, she changed, her views changed. Joe Biden views changed as far as like the 94, crime bill that put a lot of black people in jail. So you got both of these candidates, they have one thing in common. They had a lot of help putting black people in jail or prison. So.
And I think that's my problem. Like what you just explained right there, or expressed right there, is my problem with Democrats. And I think what they need to do for these 90 days coming up is put marketing dollars into communities to make us feel better, bro. Because like you iffy, and it's like I said, it's the lesser of two evils, and I haven't voted since 2008, bro. So it's like this election is very important. So it's like, what's the plan? What are you gonna do? And I'm gonna hold you accountable to it. You know what I'm saying? And I think most people think that Joe Biden is better at accountability than Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, we're doing this, but like, bro, I already told you straight up. I haven't voted since 2008. I'm gonna vote this year, and if this election doesn't affect me, bro, like, personally, I'm not giving a fuck about the election no more. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So it's like this shit is really important. So I think the Democrats need to put money into our communities to educate us and to make us feel comfortable.
yeah, that's true. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I think this election is pretty much like you said, two of the lesser evils. Like like we're not gonna get 100%, and I think that's what Black people got to understand. We're not gonna get 100% from either candidate. I think it is who are we gonna get 50% out of? And people might say, well, damn, 50%, that's like low. Exactly, that's how low I think of both of these candidates. Like if we get 25%, like okay, who out of those two can we negotiate with? Can they give us like 20% what we want? 10%, or 30, 40%. Because I mean, I'll be shocked if they give us 50% what we want. Because, in my opinion, I don't think Trump or Biden going to give us 50% of anything. But that's just my opinion. So, I think this, like, presidency goes, who could give us at least negotiate with us? Who do we have a chance of getting something from? And I think that's the way most Black people are going into this election year thinking, man, we got a better chance, like having a conversation with Biden and getting something out of Biden to help our culture and help our community. Um, I mean, that's the way I'm thinking about, and I think that's the way most people are thinking about it as well.
What'd you think of Trump's reaction to finding out
I'm
about
not gonna lie,
Kavanaugh?
I don't think, to be honest, I think he was shocked that that Joe Biden picked her though. But I mean, his reactions. I mean, it's like weird. Like it's what is called what's the saying that he said? The black called it a kettle something. You know the saying that them people be using.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
But
I
it's
know you're
like
talking
crazy.
about.
Like I mean, he has no reason to like to open his mouth and say something. Cause at the end of the day, he has his own situation as far as of not giving a damn. But as far as like the black vote, I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't believe like 100% black people, like how they voted for Obama, like in 20 was it 2008?
12?
No, 2008. It was like the
Yeah.
highest. Came out like it was like over like 98% of black people came to vote for Obama. It was like a crazy amount. I just don't think it's gonna happen like this year, this election. I
I
don't.
mean,
I
I
just don't
don't
think.
think so, but I
I don't
think it'll
think
be up
Kamala moves the
there.
needle like that. I don't think she moved the needle like that.
But I don't think, like I told you, like those are for the people that was borderline. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I haven't voted since 2008, so I think this election is very important. Because
Yeah,
if Donald Trump wins for the next 4 years, we don't know what the fuck America can be. And with this whole notion of fucking Russia, like might be dealing with the election again, it's like
yeah,
it looks fishy, especially you know what I'm saying, especially on Trump's side, like Russia and this shit again, like what do Trump and Russia got in common? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's like it's bringing up a lot of questions, but like this election is definitely, bro. Hey, I'm talking about definitely important. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
motherfuckers need to go out and vote and take this shit seriously, bro, and hold people
yeah,
accountable. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because we have these media platforms. Like we can educate people within the next 15 to 30 minutes. You don't have to put it in a book. We can educate them through a YouTube video or Spotify podcast. Or like
yeah,
motherfuckers are gonna get educated. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about you can't read no more. It's
yeah,
about you trying to find the source of information and like changing the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Like leaving your mark here now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. But I think I was talking to a couple people like earlier today, and my advice, I told one of them, I was like, I think we spend too much energy like as far as like who we're going to vote for as far as the election for president. We need to focus on our local elections, like the judges, the DAs, the chief of police. Oh yeah, you got the ballot. So we need to focus on because I think that would hurt us that like the local election hurt us the most as far as the black community. than the presidency. Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at it, and it sucks to say, but I'm being realistic on my end, and I only can speak for myself. My life is still going to be the same regardless who wins the presidency. Like who's the president? Like it's still going to be the same. Now, granted, can it affect like generations coming after us? Possibly, but I'd rather focus and put a lot of energy on the local election. That's just my opinion.
I mean, yeah, but we're not like a lot of people. We're not, as a whole, we're not educated about local election. Like right now, we only know Trump or Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm trying to force myself to like do these local elections and looking these people up. But how many people are actually looking these people up? You know what I'm saying? They'll just pick a name. They ain't gonna look familiar. They're not gonna go on these people's websites to see their plans or anything like that. So it's
Yeah,
like I said, it's education. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And right now, for now, I think most people are president are they're thinking about the presidential election. Most people don't even know about when their primaries are in their local in their state.
yeah. That's definitely true. I mean, even like even like I was talking to a guy earlier, and I was telling him, you gotta look at people like before they run for president, you gotta look at the history. And he was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, look at Joe Biden history, because it's crazy. I mean, I shouldn't say a lot of black people, but you know, so, there's a good amount of black people. They don't know like Joe Biden history with the '94 crime bill. Like they don't know about Kamala Harris history as far as like um, how many people she put in like jails for petty crimes and stuff. So when I was having a conversation with him, and he was like, "Damn," he was like, "But he's Obama's boy." That's what the dude was saying. Like that's Obama's homeboy, like Obama Pickle. But and again, we shouldn't even think like that because at the end of the day, people change and people have evolved like over the years. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna give everybody the benefit of the doubt, saying they change. And I don't know who I'm gonna vote for. Well, I'm be honest, I'm not voting for Trump. So you already know who I'm gonna vote for. So, but I will tell you this: they got 4 years. If they don't get it right, or I don't see any improvement, or I don't see anything I like, the same way I vote them in, I'm gonna make sure I use my vote to vote their ass out.
And I'm just voting this year, like I told you, and nothing happened. And my life don't change. Hey,
Because that's the only thing they've been telling black people. They're like, well, we gotta like put our issues aside and just focus on getting Trump out, getting Trump. Man, like I said, Trump. There's only like three things I don't like about Trump. If it wasn't for that, he would have got my vote. I'm gonna be honest. And I gave him 4 years to get his to change on certain things, but he just seemed like if it wasn't for that, he would have got my vote, man. I'm gonna be honest. There's three things I don't like about Trump. I might make another video or podcast about it, but you know, man, I'm telling you, because I'm not the Democrat. I don't know, man. And my whole thing is they got to be a new rule for running for president. No disrespect to any old people that's watching this, but just like there's a minimum age that you got to be 35 years or 35 years old to be president, they should be like. I don't think if you over 55 or over 60, you should be president. It's either they should stop it at either from 35 to 55 or 35 to 60. That's just my opinion. Cause you got there come much too it's too much old people like come on, man.
you funny, man.
I mean I'm being honest, like what the I mean, cause I'm looking at like cause you know what I think is gonna happen, bro? I don't even if Joe Biden becomes president and like remember I said this. I don't think he's gonna be in office for that long. I'm not wishing anything on anybody, but I got a feeling Kamala's gonna like some way become president, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. They gotta cause Joe
Hey,
Biden was
that's why
like
I said in the beginning, what's her agenda, bro? I already don't know because last year around
mhm,
this time, she wanted to run for president. It was like,
yeah.
of course, you lost all the primaries and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It was like now you want to be vice president, like you was bashing this man, like Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I understand that's how presidential stuff goes. You have to have debates
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But it's like That's why I said Democrat has to put a lot of money together, bro. Like, cause
Yeah,
they working as Democrats. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're not working as individuals. So it's like, bro, Democrats have to do something, come
I
up with a
think
plan.
it's an agenda, bro. They're gonna like something about to happen. Like I don't think he's gonna be president for because he's like what 78 years old. So I don't think he's gonna be there for the whole 4 years if he wins. I think like she's gonna some way like transition. They're gonna transition her to be president. Some like I just don't believe. I mean I don't know. I could be wrong. It's just me just talking nonsense and just giving my honest opinion. But at the end of the day, Democrat. I mean, and another thing too, just because someone look like us, like on the outside, that don't mean they're us. And I'm gonna keep it
Hey,
on. I'm gonna keep it.
but listen, that's why I told you accountability is very important. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like we voted Obama in because we trusted that he was black and he was
Yeah,
gonna he was gonna handle his business.
yeah,
But it's like there's different types of black, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's like we have to hold the people that we elect. That's why I told you you have to start with the presidential, and it's going to trickle down to the local elections and stuff like that. Because it's
Yeah.
like we have to hold these motherfuckers accountable, and
Mhm.
we have to see how they act when they're in hot waters. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So when we're doing that from a global standpoint, we can minimize it to states and local cities and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm voting for Biden.
You vote for Biden? I mean, yeah, I mean, absolutely. We gotta hold everybody accountable for, like and see what they're gonna do. And I know people saying, just give them a chance. I mean, shit, we say give Trump a chance, and look what that shit got us. He got everybody like sick from the coronavirus. Things getting shut down because apparently he knew about the coronavirus in December, but he didn't want to do anything. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, man, this is just our 2 cents about what do you guys think about the Joe Biden VP vice president pick as far as picking Kamala Harris. Let us know what you guys think on the bottom below. Um, you got anything else you want to say, Beast?
Nah, well, yeah, just make sure everybody go vote, man, and look up your local elections if you have time. If they happen yet, the primaries, make sure you take your ass to go vote, man. Research, man. You ain't doing shit at home.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like all these people, like when they have kids, y'all need to focus on the local election. Y'all need to research the same energy y'all spend on Facebook, Instagram, and watching the new Cardi B and Megan Stallion video. Spend that same energy researching the candidates, knowing like researching them, finding out who they were before they became the candidate. Because a lot of times these people will sell you a dream in front of you, and life is about selling the dream. It's up to you if you're gonna buy it. That's all I'm gonna say. At the end of the day, man, leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you agree with us, agree with us, or disagree with us. And enjoy your day, man. Big Zo Podcast. Holla at your boys. We out.